Hey everyone, hope you're having a great day. I want to show you in this walkthrough tutorial how you can actually send out more informed email broadcasts or campaigns in GoHighLevel. So here we are in our sandbox account for our client connector, which is our white label account here at Blue Cow Marketing. And you may have sent campaigns before where you just pull up a list of people and you send out an email, and that's really as far as you've taken it. But GoHighLevel gives you a lot more functionality to do more with sending out those different campaigns. So we're going to walk through this. So some key things that you would want to track are, did people click links in the emails? Are they engaged in the emails? Meaning, have they opened them and things like that? Now, you can send to different segments now with GoHighLevel that have those preset. But what I like to do is actually use tags for that. So let's go ahead and walk through this of what we need to do. So first of all, we're going to go and we're going to create our tags. So we're going to go to settings and we're going to come down to tags here. And we're going to go new tag, and I'm going to call it email. Now, I like to use these vertical lines, engagement clicked link. Okay. I'm going to copy that clipboard because I'm going to reuse that. So we're going to create that one. And now we're going to create a new one, and we're going to go open email. I guess engagement was wrong. Okay. You may have caught that on the previous one. So we're going to go back here and we're going to fix the clicked link option that we did, which was this one here. I'm just going to edit that and put that in there. Now you can do this for different campaigns. So maybe you've got different products and services where you can create tags where you're speaking just about those, and they could be engagement for X service and things like that. But we're going to show you how to do this today for just a blanket usage of your account. So let's go back now and we're going to create an automation. So I'm going to go into the automation side. Okay, so now that we're in the automation side, we're going to say, hey, let's create a new workflow. Now you can put it in different folders if you want. If you want to create a folder, you can simply click on this and we could call this admin. And then within that, we can go ahead and create that workflow. We're going to do a start from scratch. And we're going to call this email engagement tracking opened email. All right. So we're going to do the tag in here because we want it when the tag is applied. And we're going to pick that tag by tag being added in here. So email engagement, opened email when that's applied. So we simply want to do that, and then we want to put a wait timer in here. Now the purpose of this wait timer is how long do you want to consider that lead if they open the email to be valuable for you for something else? Maybe it's every week you're going to go through people that open the email from the previous week and either send them a text, or maybe you want to call and follow up, things like that. So in that use case, maybe what you want to do is you want to have it set for 7 days, or we can do 8 days. Well, we'll do 7 because if you're doing it on the same day every week, you don't want to have overlap that's in there. So we're going to say wait 7 days. I always like to put the action name matching what the timer is so that you can see it in here. Otherwise, it's just going to say wait. So it's going to wait 7 days, and now it's going to remove that tag. We're going to remove the opened email tag. And it's as simple as that. Okay? So we're going to do that, and that's for the opened email tag. And away you go. All right. Now I'm going to just duplicate this, and we're going to say clicked link. And we're going to make a secondary one, and if you've been following along, it's basically the same type of thing, except instead of opened, we're going to do the click link, and we're going to say clicked link tag. We're going to wait those 7 days, and then we're going to remove that clicked link tag. That's a mouthful. Clicked link tag. And we'll put that on there. All right, perfect. So we have all the workflow and automation we need for tracking this. Now let's go in to do a broadcast. Now the broadcast is under marketing, email, and campaigns. Now I use broadcast just because it's a term that I use in other CRM systems, but in GoHighLevel we use the word campaigns. So let's create a new campaign here. So we're going to use a blank template just because I want to show you everything that you can do in here. Now, if you've never set a campaign, this is where this is going to be important to walk you through the steps. And I'm going to show you how I go about it so that things aren't missed. The first thing you do when you come in here is at the very top where it says untitled campaign name is you want to name it. You want to name it so that it makes sense for you in the list of campaigns so you can quickly look through them and know exactly what that campaign is. Okay, so we're going to say that this was a test campaign, how to track engagement. Okay, so we're going to add that to the top, and that's what it's going to be there. Now the client does not see this. This is not the subject line of the email that goes out. Now the other thing that I like to do is get rid of this view email in browser. Right, I get rid of that, and I basically just strip out the whole thing and start fresh. So depending on the email, you can go ahead and put a logo at the top. So we're going to drop in an image box, and we're going to click this little pencil here, which is going to open up and allow us to upload a logo or anything like that. Now I don't have a logo in the sandbox that I'm going to use, so I'm just going to put in this thing here. All right, just to show you how the images work. And then you can choose the little corner and drag that to resize it to any size you want, or you can change the sizing on the left-hand side. If you're putting a logo to your business, it is always important to put a link on that image because if somebody clicks on it, you want them to go to your business. So I'm going to go in here and put in our Blue Cow Marketing website.ca just so it's on there, and then give it an alt tag. Now, this is not the Blue Cow Marketing logo for the sake of this demonstration, but it is an image. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. All right. Now I can go through and I can align it left and right and with all the stuff that's here. So we're going to go in and we're going to put in a text box here. Get rid of the heading if I don't want it. And if I want to merge in anything from the contact record, I can say hello, and then at the top up here under custom values, I can merge in any of this stuff. So contact and first name. So if there's a contact first name on the record, it's going to say hello Sean, hello Sarah, hello whoever, right? That's in there. So you can go through and you can make this is a sample email. Okay. Now, maybe I want to put click here to visit my website or landing page or whatever that is. So we're going to highlight that there. And at the top, we're going to click the link. And we're going to give it a URL. And we're going to title this in here. So we're going to title this, not email, website. Now, this open a new window means that if it is clicked on webmail and they click on it, it's going to open another tab and go to the website versus just open it in the one that the webmail is on. So that's by default is on, and it doesn't hurt to have it on. We keep it on for everything that we have there. Okay, so we're not going to go and build more of the email here. Really, the power is going to come in the next step. So if I wanted to work on this later, I could just hit save, and then I could go back and come back into it. And it's in a draft mode. So let's say it's ready to go. One of the things that I recommend is you always do a test email, right? So we're going to test it, and you can put in the from address of who you plan to send it from, the sender name, and then send it to yourself with a subject line and preview, and make sure that it comes through all the links work and everything. So that is a first step of any real email before you send it is test it and send it to yourself. Let's say we did that, it all worked. We're going to go now to send and schedule. Now there's a lot of options on this page. One being the fact that this is where you can attach a document. It's not on the building side on the other one, it's on this step. So if I wanted to attach a file, I can go here and drag a file that's going to be attached to that email. Then we come down, we've got 4 options that are here. We got send now, which implies as soon as we click send, it's going to queue up and send out. We can schedule, which we can pick the date and time of which that email is to go out. We can do a batch schedule. Now, this is great if you have a large list of contacts that you're going to be sending to, where you don't want them to all to be pushed out through your email server at one time and cause an overflow that's there and possibly cause some bouncing issues that happen, where you can batch them to go out. So I'm going to show you the things that are in here for batching. So the first thing is, when do you want this to start? If you don't change this from the time, by the time you finish all these steps, this time is going to be in the past and it's going to error out. So pick a time that is probably at least 15 minutes from when you started this. So we're going to choose 10:30 in here, and we should be good to go. So batch quantity. So how many are there? If it's, let's say, 1,000 contacts or 10,000, it's going to be different in the batches that you want to take out and put them in, especially if you want them to send in a relatively short period of time. So in this case, I normally do batches of 100 and are going to repeat after, maybe 15 minutes. All right. And then what days do you want them to go on? Now you can turn these on or turn these off if you want to run this for an entire week. So maybe you're promoting an episode on a podcast that you already did, and it doesn't need to go out today. You can run it over the week if you've got a large list. And then on those days, when do you want them to start? You can pick the time. So let's say we want them to go at like 12:45 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. So in those windows on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's the windows these batches are going to run in. All right. Now, if it completes them all in the first 2 days, it's obviously not going to send any more. Then as we come down, we've got the sender email, sender name, subject line, pretext, and all that, and then choose the contacts. All right. So I'm going to go back just to the send now here, and we're going to get to this part with the email. So if we go in here, and I'm going to say, send it to myself or from myself. If you haven't verified your address that you're sending from, this is where the verify is going to pop up. You need to verify the email you're sending from only once on the account you're in so that it will send on your behalf. If I click verify, it's going to pop up and it's going to send me a code to enter in here. All right, so that's going to come in to my email in a separate message, and I have it here in another screen. And I'm just going to paste it in here. And once we verify, it's now verified and I could send from that. Now, if you know that when you're setting up emails and sending from an email server that is within GoHighLevel, it will send from the subdomain, which means that commonly what we'll do is we'll set up an email server that's going from, let's say, m.bluecowmarketing or lc.bluecowmarketing.ca. And if people reply back to it, they're actually going to reply back to Sean at lc.bluecowmarketing.ca without them really knowing if they haven't paid attention, which is a way for GoHighLevel to put the email back into the CRM. It doesn't come to you in your main email inbox. All right. However, if you want it to, you can go and set the custom reply to address here to be your email. And then if they reply, it'll come back to you into your Outlook, your Gmail, your Hotmail, whatever inbox you're using. So sender name, I'm going to put my information in here. And the subject line. So subject line. And again, I can merge in any information here, maybe like full name, right, into that. So it could be like, hello, Sean, why not, would be the contact that it would go to if it was coming to me. And same with the preview text. Now, recipients down here. This is where you get to choose who these emails are going to. So choosing contacts, you could go in here and pick certain contacts if you want. You can use a smart list, which I highly recommend. And these are ones that are set up and saved separately. So commonly what we'll do is we'll set a saved list for clients, prospects, leads or webinar attendees or whatever. And we save those smart lists under contacts so that we can email them here separately. All right. We can choose from tags. So if we choose this, then we can see a list of all the different tags that we have in here. And then there's pre-built segments. This is where you can see these contacts engaged 7 days, 30 days, 60 days. These are great for sending out emails back to them, but it doesn't allow you to do it for text messaging. That's why we're going to use the tagging function. So I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to pick one of my test contacts. So they're in here. And then we can see them at the top, just like that. All right. Tracking clicks. This is always important. If you want to see in your reporting how many people clicked on links, this is very important to turn on. UTM tracking. This will automatically add UTM parameters to every link in a campaign, especially if you've got Google Analytics on your website. You're going to see where they're coming from the email. So if you're driving people to your website, this is important to put on there. And then lastly, down here under add tags, this is where we get to go and add conditions for what we just set up previously. So we're going to do blank campaign interaction, and we're going to say contact open the campaign. All right, which means they open the email. So we do that, and then we're going to pick that opened email tag. Add one more here, and we're going to say clicked campaign. Now, as you see in here, there's other ones for replied on subscribe. So if you wanted to track those, you could set up tags for all those as well. We just did them for the open and the clicked. If you had specific links in there, this is clicked on a link, you can actually pick the specific link. So if you got an email that's going out about, maybe just visiting your website or your webinar or your podcast, you want to really get granular on people that click the links within a certain period, you could create separate tags for those and choose those specific links. And we're going to click save. Now, once it's set up, you would click review and send, just like this. It's going to review, and now it's queued that up to send out that email to those contacts within the system. So that's as detailed as you can be with your email campaigns and what you are doing for tracking as well. So if you have any questions about this and would like to ask further details about what I showed you here or anything else related to GoHighLevel, please comment on the video and I'd be happy to answer those for you.